Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. I've made a new series where players get to make their own countries, they can declare wars, form alliances, and do whatever they want. This is Minecraft Nations at War. Enjoy. This peaceful island was home to many people, and no one wanted war, and the thoughts of countries were rejected. Until one day, the players of Wolf, I Guess, Gotten Thunder, and Woodrug were like, you know what? I want to make a country. And to make this country, they needed land. So each of them went on a great adventure until they found the perfect land to create their new countries. Woodrug wanted to unite the people of the Mesa and found a nice opening to build his country off of. Gotten Thunder found a nice area on the coast, and this could help with his future voyages. And Wolf, I Guess, found a nice clearing upon some high land. He would be able to see any enemies coming from a while away, and have the advantage of the high ground. Meanwhile, on the other side of the island, the player Royal Chicken found a cat and named it Mundungus. He has now made Mundungus into a religion, and has started construction on a shrine around him. None of them realised that there are others trying to make countries as well. So in this period of peace, everyone started developing their infrastructure, and Gotten Thunder made his flag. This event was then followed soon after by Wolf, I Guess, formally declaring his country's independence and placing his flag. This is the formation of the Dark Light Federation. The formation of the Dark Light Federation was then soon followed by the formation of Al Mortem by Woodrug. How would people react to the formation of the Dark Light Federation? And how would the people react to the formation of Al Mortem? I guess we'll never... There's other people making countries? Okay, guess I'm just gonna quickly declare my independence. No, I'm the narrator. No, hey! Don't care. I've made a country now. Put it on the map! Jeez, okay. With the formation of Durgan, there now lies 3 countries on the island. Over time, the population of the island grew, and advancements were made. Gotten Thunder realised this, and seeked out for more land. Gotten Thunder found his new land, and announced it Newfound Territory of Durgan. Which eventually matched the design of mainland Durgan. Durgan forms its first colony, and doubles its size. I just need to fix something. Here you see the Dark Light Federation. Well, how do I say this? I misplaced an entire country. But it's there now, so there's no need to worry. This isn't going to end the entire series. Or will it? Oh, what? Well, I wonder what happened there. Well, okay, let's continue with the video. The island only has 3 countries, so this could be quite peaceful. What was that? Yeah, Remember Royal Chicken from the last episode? Who made a religion about a cat called Mundungus? Well, somehow the cat told him to make a country. So, Mundungopolis is here now. About 1 second later, Gotten Thunder goes out into sea to gain more colonies. His first stop is at a village and claims it as more Durgan territory. Gotten Thunder keeps going west and finds a bay perfect for his great structure he had plans for. But to do this, he needed stone. Straight after this, Gotten Thunder goes back to his mainland and starts mining, gaining a new resource: cobblestone. All nations have now gained this resource and expanded their territory across the island. Gotten Thunder gets a new colony. Mundungopolis expands south. Almortum claims more land around it. Which then Durgan does as well. The Dark-like Federation is the last one to claim more land. The final thing which is happening in this episode is the player Blazonfire is chopping down a bunch of trees in this cool looking jungle oasis in the middle of a swamp. Ah, what a lovely day it is. And look over there, the player Viking Boy. I wonder what he's thinking. I really love land. And I really want to make a country. What do I name it? I have the perfect idea. China, Russia. Put them together, what do you get? Cheshire. Cheshire is located here on the map. Meanwhile, another player, Potato God, made a religion out of potatoes and saw this movement and action by Viking Boy and decided that he was also going to make a country. It is located here, northwest of the island. Wait, what's that? It's Benji CW! Benji wants to join a country, so let's see how this goes. Can I join? No. No. Ah, he got rejected by 6 countries. That doesn't look good. Oh, and get exiled, lol. Durgan exiles Benji to this useless land here. And then he falls in a cave. Wait a second, I thought this was Nations at War. Where are all the wars? Bang! Here's your war. The Dark-like Federation declares war on a group of rebels who refuse to join their country. The Dark-like Federation rallies its men and attacks the rebels from 2 sides. 3 Dark-like troops attack the rebel camp head-on, while 2 others go round for the flank. In under a minute, all rebels were killed and the camp was burned. first war on the island was won by the Darklight Federation. After this war, all countries expand their territory. The Darklight Federation annexes the rebel camp and gets a new coastal village. Durgan expands all of its borders and gains 2 new colonies. The first colony borders Potato Lando, and the second colony is on a spruce island. Potato Lando claims the rest of this island as its territory. Mungdungopolis expands its borders across all of the island. Shusha is now a rectangle, and Al Mortem's leader, Woodrug, creates communism. Wow, communism? That sounds cool. Can I join? Yes. Huh? Communism? Guess I should make democracy. The player, Monopoly Man, finds a nice clearing surrounded by jungle and bamboo, and forms the country Lumen. Lumen then develops its infrastructure at a fast rate. And tensions in the northwest of the island grow. I'm the bear religion. No, I'm the bear religion. No, I'm the better religion. I'm just gonna leave those two alone. Shusha then expands and gets a colony on this coastline. Durgan doesn't like this and gets a colony of its own. Durgan's travelling and trading routes have been threatened by Shusha's colony, so Durgan's interest in this island has skyrocketed, and Durgan's trading routes would have to change, in hope to prevent a war between Durgan and Shusha, possibly Al Mortem as well, due to them being the same ideology, communism. And Durgan being democratic. Player Blade and Fire forms a country called Ingasium in the center of the island. Oh, and their flag is pretty nice and chill. Definitely not the island behind bars. Let's go over to the northwest of the island, where Mungdungopolis and Potato Lando were having some disagreements. So I'm pretty sure it's okay now. Oh. It appears 2 Potato Landon troops tried assassinating Mungdungus. Their attempt fails, and Mungdungopolis declares war on Potato Lando, kickstarting the religious war. The invasion of Potato Lando starts with 3 Mungdungopolis troops invading the coastline, and 1 troop attacking in the north. Potato Lando expected this and ambushed the attacking forces, taking out 1 of their troops. They then go for the other 2 troops, but were outskilled, so they died. Mungdungopolis then goes for the quick offensive, managing to take out 2 more of their troops. 1 troop goes to aid, but gets shot. Then reinforcements from Potato Lando arrive. Mungdungopolis falls back. They are now outnumbered in a 5v3 situation. The offensive was seen as lost, till Durgan joined the war, flooding troops onto the western front.
Potato Lando is now being invaded from two sides. The attacking forces now have the advantage, and the defeat of Potato Lando is inevitable. With Potato Lando on the brink of collapse, its leader, Potato God, escapes. The war ends with the assassination of Potato God's religious pets. The war ends with 14 Potato Lando casualties, 3 Mungdungopolis casualties, and 0 Durgan casualties. The leaders of Durgan and Mungdungopolis meet in the Potato Lando town hall, deciding how to divide the new conquered land. In the end, they agree to divide the island in half along this pathway. With the end of the religious war and the partitioning of Potato Lando, the two nations of Durgan and Mungdungopolis improve relations, and the two leaders meet in Durgan to discuss a trade deal. In this trade deal between Durgan and Mungdungopolis, Mungdungopolis exports pumpkins, fish, iron, and stone bricks, while Durgan exports melon, acacia wood, spruce wood, and dark oak wood. If this trade deal is accepted, it will bring long peace and stable economic growth to both nations. When Royal Chicken was presented with this, he accepted and signed the deal. Trade was now established between the two nations. Oh, do you remember Potato God, the leader of Potato Lando? Well, during his escape, he got captured by Bladenfire, the leader of Engasian. Following the trade deal between Durgan and Mungdungopolis, Monopoly Man, leader of Lumen, needed resources which wasn't available in his region. So he comes up with a trade deal and takes it to Durgan. Monopoly Man sat down with Golden Thunder and discussed about his proposed trade deal between the two nations. Although there was a slight error when Monopoly Man was writing out the trade deal, in their discussion, they resolved this issue. Together, they decided that Lumen will export bamboo, cocoa beans, and coal, and Durgan will export wheat and seeds for the citizens of Lumen. The trade deal is accepted, and the relations between Durgan and Lumen shall greatly improve. Monopoly Man also suggests an economic alliance between the two nations, but Golden Thunder rejects this offer. For now. With the signing of the trade deal, Durgan built a port on the Lumen coastline to bring the two nations closer together. With the addition of a port on the Lumen coastline, trade between the two nations is now easier, and they develop their lands together at a faster rate than before. This building montage is pretty cool, but do you want to know what's even cooler? Iron, redstone, and lapis was just discovered on the island. The capabilities everyone had now is tremendous. Think of all the things the players can make with these new resources available to them. This will change the island as we know it. Anyway, Durgan and Lumen's leaders meet for the first trade. The first trade deal between both nations was a success. And with more trade deals between Durgan and Lumen on the way, this will be boosting the economies of both nations, improving the relations between them, and brings needed resources to the citizens of both nations. Taking our focus off trade, remember Benji CW, who asked to join every country, and then got exiled, and then fell in a cave? Well, he fell into some water, revealing a massive cavern beneath the surface. Seeing as he was stuck in a cavern, he did some exploring, and then found an underground city. It was ruined, and it was kind of crap, but Benji got exiled from every country, so this had to do. And wasting no time, he farmed up the resources to rebuild this city. After rebuilding the city for many days, he declares this land, or shall I say cave, as the independent nation of Vrongard. Vrongard is located here on the map. Okay, it's time I address something. I haven't uploaded a Nations at War episode for many months. If you've watched the other episodes, you probably realised that, but if you're a new viewer, yeah, I'm just telling you that. Okay. Because it's been so long since I uploaded an episode on Nor, many countries have been made. So for this next part, I'm just going to say the country name, its leader, and then a little bit more, and then I'll end the episode. Okay, let's get on to it. The player, Balling Drake, creates the nation Morma. Dapper creates the nation Nephra. Dirty Sprout creates the nation Kingdom of Ormir. Woodrug discovered there was a lack of communism on the island, so he took a vow, a pledge, to spread his beautiful ideology across the island. And his communist ally, Cheshire, started doing some military exercises with the Kingdom of Ormir. And they didn't stop at military exercise. They started integrating each other's economies into one, sharing resources between the two. Right after this, a new nation was formed, Frodgeland, which was ruled by Saul Goodman, aka Lanky Boy. After Frodgeland came Chadderstan, ruled by Anarchist Dog, who was then followed by Basoldir, ruled by Buki. After the formation of Basoldir, followed the Three Kingdoms, ruled by a group of three. The Three Kingdoms was then followed by the Republic of Jala, ruled by Giant Panda. After this, Durgan got some new colonies. Two colonies were islands. One in the plains. Another on the coast. And the last, an acacia village. As Durgan got some new colonies, Chusha wanted a new colony, and they went to the center of the island, claiming this from the jungle. The tribal people, known as the Young Grus, had a spectacular idea. The three tribes located in this area of the island were to unite as one glorious Gru nation, and that's what they did. And right after this, two Durgan troops located on this nearby island caught wind of the formation of this glorious Gru nation, and so took two boats and went to investigate how glorious this nation really was. However, as the two troops neared Gru Nation, they were immediately fired upon by the Young Grus, and one of the soldiers were hit. Right after this outrageous attack, the nation of Durgan sees this as an attack on its people, and therefore declares war on Gru Nation. And it doesn't look very good for Gru Nation. Durgan's first move in the war is a naval invasion with the two troops from earlier. Gru Nation was at a massive disadvantage compared to Durgan. Durgan had iron tools, iron armor. Gru Nation had leather armor, wooden tools. The chances of Gru Nation winning this war was near enough zero. After the first battle of the war, Gru Nation had already lost a third of their territory. But Durgan wasn't done there. They then sent their forces north for another naval invasion. Only a single young Gru managed to escape the Durgan onslaught. Gru Nation has now lost 2/3 of their territory to Durgan, and the defeat of Gru Nation is now inevitable. But the Grus have one last plan. They cried, they begged, they prayed for the Dark Light Federation to come and save them. And to the hopes of the Gru people, the Dark-like Federation wanted to meet. Oh look! The Dark-like Federation has come to rescue. Oh no. The Dark-like Federation didn't come to the rescue, and the Grus suffered more. Even though all of the Gru territory has been captured, the war didn't end. The Dark-like Federation took a little visit to the Durgan conquered land in the north. The Dark-like Federation's leader, Wolf I guess, took the Durgan conquered land for himself. Bottom Thunder wasn't very happy with this Dark-like maneuver, but to maintain the peace and to keep tensions low, he decided to ignore it. The war ends with 0 Durgan casualties, 0 Dark-like casualties, and 13 Gru Nation casualties. And you remember the single young Gru which escaped earlier? Well, he's dead as well. So that's 14 casualties for Gru Nation. And with the elimination of all young Grus on the island, Durgan and the Dark-like Federation annexed their occupied land, as no Gru remained to sign any peace deal. And was the wiping out of all young Grus on purpose? I don't know. But what I do know, this war was basically a genocide. A Gru genocide. After this tragic event, the player, Lapada, formed his own nation called Sorrow. This was then followed by the formation of Corinthi. The reason Corinthi's flag is a question mark is because they neighbour the Three Kingdoms. To prevent the Three Kingdoms from claiming their sacred land, they rushed to become a nation before the population could decide on a flag. Taking your attention away from that, the players, Viking Boy, leader of Cheshire, and Dirty Sprout, leader of the Kingdom of Ormir, decided that after all their military exercises they have done together, why not just become a single nation? The two leaders then met and had a very long and thought out conversation. Cheshire, Kingdom of Ormir, put them together, what do you get? The Kingdom of Cheshire. However, there was one problem with this unification. A group of people located in the north of Ormir hated the idea of being in a union with Cheshire. So to fix this issue peacefully, Dirty Sprout and Viking Boy allowed them to remain as the Kingdom of Ormir. And on top of that, they also signed a non-aggression pact. However, there is now another problem. The Kingdom of Ormir no longer had a monarch. And because there was no monarch to rule the kingdom, the people of Ormir decided to become a democracy. Durgan's opinion on the unification of the Kingdom of Cheshire wasn't that great. Cheshire, their rival nation, had just gained land, manpower, and many resources for free in the blink of an eye. Although, there was one upside to the Cheshire unification. Ormir and Durgan, who are both democracies, are greatly improving relations between each other, and already are talking about future diplomatic ties. The Kingdom of Cheshire didn't like that. And now, their rival nation Durgan had just made a new friend right on their doorstep. Cheshire is now surrounded by democratic powers, only free from democracy in the West. The Kingdom of Cheshire now greatly regrets their decisions of giving Ormir sovereignty and the signing of the Non-Aggression Pact. Who knows what their next move will be? With Ormir now slowly becoming a Durgan ally, Gotham Thunder realizes the true power of diplomacy. And with this realization, Gotham Thunder adds a third goal to his plans. Gotham Thunder then sends a Durgan diplomat to Vrongard, hopefully to mend relations with Vrongard's leader, Benji CW. And this is how it went down. Can I join? And get exiled, lol. My bad, bro. Wanna trade? Please, I live in a cave. Benji CW was then invited to Durgan's capital of New London to sign an official trade deal. In this official trade deal between Durgan and Vrongard, Durgan will export oak wood, spruce wood, wheat, carrots, and potatoes. Vrongard will export iron, coal, copper, deep slate, and stone. May this trade deal benefit both nations greatly. Signed, Gotham Thunder and Benji CW. Elsewhere on the island, the player, Blue Knight, formed the nation of Noveria. Blue Knight's first move on the world stage was to meet with Anarchist Dog, the leader of Shadowstan. Oh, what a lovely day it is. Wouldn't you say so, Anarchist Dog? Blue Knight, what brings you to Shadowstan today? I'm sure you've heard, but I've created the nation of Noveria. Yes, I've heard. And well, to be honest, the reason I'm here is because I'm new to all this country stuff. And I need your help on designing an independence book for my nation. Well, you came to the right place. Here, have a quick look of how I've designed my independence book. Oh, why thank you. Ah yes, interesting. Apologies for the animals, Blue Knight. But as you can tell, I wasn't expecting any visitors today. Ah yes, don't worry. Sorry to bother you, but do you think I could grab a fine wine from my boat for us to drink? A fine wine, you say? That would be splendid. Alright, I'll be back in a jiff. Ah, I love diplomacy. I don't even need to try. I'm just that good. I've just become friends with Noveria by doing nothing, just talking. Hold on. Why is he boating away? Wait. There's no wine in Minecraft. Anarchist Dog is now sad. But the people of Shadowstan were full of hate. And Shadowstan was going to get its independence book back, one way or another. Hey Noveria, give me my book back. No, lol. Or should I say, nuh-uh. I think you mean, yeah-uh. Nuh-uh. Yeah-uh. Nuh-uh. Yeah-uh. Nuh-uh. Yeah-uh. 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 Nuh-uh. Well, that was easy. Huh? You think this big block of text will scare me? Shadowstan declares war on Noveria to reclaim their stolen book of independence. The book war has now begun. Shadowstan's war plan is to send 4 well-equipped troops through western Noveria to reclaim their book of independence and to take the capital, forcing a capitulation, while 6 other troops invade through the east as a distraction. The first battle of the war was at Shadistan Victory, and the 4 troops in the west gained lots of land, uncontested. In the east, there was battle after battle, and only now Novaria realized they were also attacking from the west. Novaria managed to take out 1 of the 4 troops, but in turn lost 3 of their own. There is now only 1 Novarian troop left on the eastern front, against 3 Shadistan troops, and the Novarian troop had one thing to say.
Never back down, never.
With all of the Novarian army killed in action, Blue Knight makes a desperate escape with Shadistan's independence book, but fails. With the death of Blue Knight, the people of Novaria surrender. The book war ends with 6 Shadistan casualties and 10 Novarian casualties. Shadistan then takes southern Novaria as compensation for the war. All countries then expand. Over in Vrongard, Benji CW places a crafting table. Over in Mungdungopolis, the people donate large amounts of fish to their all-knowing religious cat, Mungdungus. Benji CW places a furnace, and over in Almortem, they are having a famine. Oh my god, I need food. I am dying of starvation. Oh, yes. Benji CW places a chest. Over in the Darklight Federation, a group of rioters work together to burn down the Darklight Military Academy. The rioters attacked from the Darklight slums at night, when the academy was least protected. The large group of rioters were easily able to overrun the guards, and they burnt down the academy within seconds. After all the rioters had been killed, Wolf, I guess, cut supplies off to the slums, forcing many to flee, many to starve, and many to die. Wolf, I guess, will enact harsh measures to make sure another riot like this won't happen again. Oh, and I almost forgot, Benji CW plants a tree. Over in Durgan, Gotham Thunder and Lapada have a nice little conversation about how Durgan claimed land around Sorrow and then built a wall. Hey God and Thunder, did you build a wall around me because you're scared of my superior nation? You sent me a book claiming that you would invade Durgan and purge the weak, just because I took some land that you wanted. Ha! So you are scared. If I wanted to, I could destroy your nation in an instant. No? You know what? Just because you said that, I'm going to invade Durgan, purge the weak, and then build statues of myself. You know how I'm going to stop you? How? Wall. No food, no supplies, no allies. Okay, good luck. No. Because Durgan is now blocking supplies from entering Sorrow, Lapada has now created a true communist state where every single piece of food and resource is shared between everyone. Am I forgetting something?
Benji CW expands.
Anyway, the player Marvin creates the nation of Arnhem. The player Blossomheart creates the nation Rhea. The player Monopoly Man buys a house in Durgan. After this event, the nation of Engasian expanded its borders and seized Chesh's colony without remorse. Engasian then sent many of its troops to steal villagers and players from all over the island to add to their slave trade empire. Engasian has also flooded drugs into every country, causing instability and panic among all nations and their citizens. But don't worry, Gotham Thunder had a plan. Instead of Durgan invading Engasian, making them look like a warmonger from already being in 2 wars, Gotham Thunder formed the United Nations. Gotham Thunder did this so that all nations which have been attacked by Engasian in one way or another could all come together to stop this vile slave empire for once and for all. Gotham Thunder then starts construction on a UN building on this island here. Gotham Thunder then invites every country he knows of to the UN. But wait, there's more. The countries Durgan has invited then invite the countries they know of to the UN, who then invite the countries they know of to the UN. And using this method, Gotham Thunder managed to invite every nation on the island to the UN. After the creation of the UN, a powerful group of rebels located within an isolated region of Al Morton invent something which will change the world forever. Holy sh!